Oh my god, all I can hear is someone mowing their lawn right now. I really hope you can't hear that as well. So I am back with part 2 of my emotional eating segments for you guys. If you haven't already watched the first part, part 1, go back and do so here because you will find it very, very useful. In part 1, I went through how to identify whether or not you do have emotional eating tendencies, what the 3 main triggers are, the triggers that are setting you off, as it is all about the triggers. Nail the triggers, you've solved the problem, honestly. Stay tuned until the very end of the video because you're going to need all the strategies I'm laying out here on the line for you today. Get ready for it. Emotional eating is very, very often something that we have been doing for years and years, isn't it? I remember as far back as starting to use food to soothe myself to when I was a child and when I would come home from school and just stuff my face, or eating lots of things to just make myself feel better. I remember doing this from such an early age. And many times when I'm sort of pressing with my clients to get them to talk about this situation themselves, they end up thinking of like a similar story or a pivotal point where it changed for them and they started using food to soothe themselves. Like suddenly it all clicks and they just kind of think like, holy shit, I've been doing that since I was a teenager and I didn't even realize that actually was emotional eating. So because for so many of us women, it's been such a long-standing mechanism to use food to feel better. Ultimately, that's what we're doing. We're using food to feel better. It's very difficult to change behavior that is so ingrained in our habits. You need to be very, and I mean very, like I'm underlining that, aware of what is happening and what is going on if you ever are actually going to do something about it. You can't be entering the food trance and acting in the spur of the moment and think one day that it will all just go away. It's not gonna work like that. Because I'm here with a little truth bomb right now, okay? Get ready for it. But it's bad feelings never ever go away. So if you're waiting for this elusive time in your life where you're never triggered, you're never provoked, you're never bored, stressed, angry, blah, 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 you know where I'm going with this one, it is never ever going to come. And I'm telling you this because I know this firsthand as I used to live in this paradox, you know, of like, I'll stop turning to food when this happens. Like, I'll stop turning to food when school calms down, you know, I'm not in exams. Or I get a boyfriend. Or I break up with my boyfriend. Or it's summer and I'm busier in the evenings and I have plans. Or when I have a holiday gearing up, I'll stop then. Like, that time doesn't come. So you need to get out of the habit of turning to the quickest soother of negative emotions, which is eating. Because those negative emotions are always going to be there and you need a better way to deal with it. So this is always what I like to start off with, and this is always step 1. What I find that most helpful is to separate yourself from the voice in your head telling you to eat, instructing you to grab that chocolate bar, okay? She is not you. I'm not going to dive in deep into the concept of ego and the whole notion of you not being the thoughts in your head. They're just words in your head. We don't have time for that today. But if you do want to know more about this, like, please let me know in the comment section because I love talking about this concept. It's so important for women. So anyway, this voice that pops in nudging you to eat, we need to name her, okay? That little voice. I like to think of mine as Little Miss Fear. You might have heard this before. I name her that though because it works in all elements of my life, not just with food. There are many other areas of life that she comes to cock block, let's be honest here. But Little Miss Fear is scared all the time, okay? She's scared of feeling bad, so she's doing everything in her power to get that sensation out of her body, to get that negative feeling of feeling poorly about yourself out of her body. She thinks so wholeheartedly that feeling bad is dangerous. I'm talking dangerous to your survival as a human. So what you ultimately need to do is completely silence her, shut her up. You need to dial down the intensity of your feelings in that moment. You do this by creating a mental space, so you kind of do have time to sort out, think, make reinterpretations about what's happening, get out of that moment and get a new perspective, essentially. You literally have to disprove these catastrophic predictions that little Miss Fear is making up inside of your head. You have to completely blow her out of the water. So here are ways to actually dial down that intensity, okay? Firstly, relaxation, of course. You need relaxation strategies. Think, in order to deal with intense feelings without turning to food, I need to relax. It makes sense, doesn't it? More specifically, I need to blank. Okay, so you need to shift those feelings and those emotions. So here are some amazing ideas that I recommend to all of my clients and that I use for myself, and I know through and through that this works. Firstly, breath work, which, as a side note, I'm obsessed with breath work. I do it religiously every day, which I'm sure you've heard about if you watch my channel. Meditation is another amazing one. Even if it's just 5 minutes, if it's just a few moments, it can still have a massive impact. Visualization techniques, super similar to meditation and incredibly powerful. Listen to soothing music, take a bath, spend time with your pets or your kids or your babies, the people that make you smile. Go outside in nature, do grounding practices, which is where you walk outside so your bare feet touch the actual ground. Literally think of anything that makes you feel zen, and you need to make sure that you are incorporating practices like this daily. We're talking preemptive here. Secondly, to dial down the intensity of your emotions in the moment, you need to have more fun. Yes, this is such a good one. You need to have those endorphins raging inside your body. It's incredible how many people overlook this. Are you having fun in your day? So this is, of course, whatever makes the most sense to you. So you can listen to music you love, dance with your kids. I love doing that. Call a close friend who you have good bands with, go shopping or go on online apps. Watch funny YouTubes or Reels or TikToks. You can plan your next holiday. This is post-COVID, everything like that I'm referring to. It's just about anything that makes you feel happy and feel in the moment just elated. Because yes, food makes you feel good, but there is a crap load of other things that make you feel amazing as well. And you need to circle back and be doing more of those rather than food. And lastly, be more active, okay? This one is the ultimate game changer. I cannot stress this one enough because movement changes everything in your body, everything, okay? It doesn't matter if it's preemptive exercise and movement, as in you did it in the morning so you're just feeling amazing in your day, or if it's heat in the moment, I need to calm down so I'm gonna go for a run or a walk type movement. It doesn't matter, it has the same amazing effects. What's key here though, I should add, is you should find the form of exercise that you actually like, that you enjoy. I don't want you to go running if you want to die every time you go running. Okay, that's not the intent. That's not how you have more fun. That's not how you relax. Do whatever exercise and movement that you like and that will get those endorphins running. So it can be working out, going to the gym, spinning, running, walking, do it with friends, have a laugh when you do it, anything that will just make sure that you actually get it done. So there are some very tactical ways to greet emotional eating head on. And as I've been explaining, it really doesn't have anything to do with the food, does it? The food is such a small aspect in this all. It doesn't have anything to do with the food, but everything about the desire to feel good and eliminate any negative emotions in your body. You do this by changing your perspective in the moment, by shutting up little Miss Fear and purposely choosing to feel different. Emotional eating is an emotional problem, so it can't be solved with surface level things like having a glass of green tea. I honestly can't stand that suggestion. It makes my eyes roll so much, So I hope this has been helpful. There is so much I can go on and on with this subject because I have dealt with it so much myself and now with my clients as well. I want you guys to tell me below which one you're going to incorporate and try out next time your demon Little Miss Fear pipes up. So give this video a thumbs up, or better yet, share it with someone you know could really benefit from the message. I'm going to pop a link as well to a thorough emotional eating guide and binge eating guide that I've made, so look in the comments section below. And as always, make sure you are subscribed to my channel as I release new videos every Thursday at 7 p.m. UK time. And with that, I will see you in the next video.